Every Fischer heater comes with one of these wireless thermostats. This thermostat can be used to control your heater to ensure maximum comfort and efficiency. You shouldn't run into any issues, but just in case you do, we've made this video guide. Firstly, let's take a look at all the different screens the thermostat can show. This is the standby or off position. Leaving the dial here will ensure the heater does absolutely nothing. Next is the frost position. Leaving the dial here will make the heater maintain this one low background temperature. Next is the moon position. This is the temperature your heater will maintain when it is not programmed to be on. Next, we have the sun position, where you can set the temperature the heater will maintain when it is programmed to be on. After that, we have the auto position. Leaving the dial here will allow the heater to follow its custom program. Next is the clock position, where you can set the current time and date. And finally is the program position, where you can alter your custom program for each heater. This is your auto position, the position the dial should be left in for the heater to follow your custom program. While the dial is in this position, to ensure maximum efficiency, your thermostat should be positioned on a surface between chest and waist height, away from any glass or reflective surfaces. In the centre of the screen is the current room temperature reading. It is important to note that this temperature reading will increase while the thermostat is in your hand, as it takes into account your body temperature. Above that temperature reading is the current time of day, and above that is either a moon or sun symbol. This signifies which of the two temperatures the heater should be currently maintaining. Along the top of the screen are the days of the week, numbered 1 to 7, with 1 meaning Monday and 7 meaning Sunday. A small arrow points to the current day. Below the temperature are numbers 0 to 22, which relate to the hours of the day, and just above these will be a series of black squares. These black squares appear between the hours of the day the heater is set to come on to your comfort temperature. There are 4 other symbols along the bottom of this auto screen. The one on the left is a small suitcase, and this is the holiday mode, in which you can set a temperature for the heater to maintain while you are away. To use this holiday mode, press the left-hand button and the screen will change to show a date and a temperature. The date will be flashing. Using the plus and minus buttons, set the date on which you will return from your holiday. Press OK and the month will be flashing. Use the plus and minus buttons again to set the month of your return. Press OK and the year will be flashing. Set the year in which you will return. Press OK again and a temperature will be flashing. This is the temperature the heater will maintain whilst you are away. Use the plus and minus buttons to set the temperature and then press OK. Now, leave the thermostat as it is and it will follow the holiday setting you have just entered. If you return prematurely or decide you wish to cancel the holiday setting, simply press and release the left-hand button once and the thermostat will display the auto screen once again. The second button in from the left is the hand symbol. Pressing this button simply reverses your custom program so that whenever it was programmed to be off before, it will now be on and vice versa. Should you wish to revert back to the original set program, simply press this button again. Button number 3 shows an hourglass symbol, which is the override setting. Press this button once and the screen will show a time duration and a temperature. The time duration will be flashing. Use the plus and minus buttons to adjust how long you wish to override the heater for and then press OK. Now the temperature will be flashing. So use the plus and minus buttons again to set the temperature you want the heater to maintain for that duration. Press OK again and the heater will now override for the period you set to the temperature you set. To cancel this, simply turn the dial away from the auto position and then turn it back to the auto position. The fourth button shows an I symbol. Pressing this button will briefly show you the temperature the heater should currently be maintaining based on the set program. To change the current time and date, turn the dial to the clock position on the right-hand side. Press the OK button on the right-hand side once and the date will start to flash. Set this to the current day using the plus and minus buttons and then press OK. Now the month will be flashing. Use the plus and minus buttons again to set the current month. Press OK again and the year will be flashing. Use the plus and minus buttons to set the current year and then press OK again. Now the current hour will be flashing. Use the plus and minus buttons to set this to the current hour of the day. Press OK. The minutes will now be flashing. Use the plus and minus buttons to set the current minute. Press OK again and the time and date are now set, so simply turn the dial back to the auto position and the heater will carry on maintaining your custom program. When you set a custom program, you must also set the temperatures you want the heater to maintain. You have two temperatures on your thermostat: economy, shown by the moon symbol, and comfort, shown by the sun symbol. To set the comfort temperature, turn the dial to the sun position. This is the temperature the heater will maintain when it is programmed to be on. Use the plus and minus buttons to set this to your desired temperature. To set the economy temperature, turn the dial to the moon position. This is the background temperature your heater will maintain when it is not programmed to be on. This should always be 3 to 5 degrees less than your comfort temperature. Use the plus and minus buttons to set this temperature and then simply turn the dial back round to the auto position. The next position on the dial is the frost temperature. Turn the dial to this position, and this is a low background temperature the heater can maintain whilst you're away. This acts in the same way as the suitcase setting on the auto screen. Simply set this temperature to the temperature you want the heater to maintain while you're away, and leave the dial turned to the frost, and it will maintain this temperature until the dial is moved to a different position. The batteries in your thermostat should be changed every 2 years. To do this, you must open the battery compartment on the back of your thermostat using the small clip at the top of the compartment. Take the batteries out and carefully replace them with 2 brand new AAA batteries, ensuring you follow the symbols at the bottom of each compartment so the batteries are in the correct way round. Close the compartment and the batteries have now been changed successfully. You may need to reset the time and date following the battery change. With your thermostat, you will have been supplied with a small square plate for the thermostat to be wall mounted. This plate needs to be secured to the wall with a screw in each of the 4 corners. There are 4 small cut-out sections on the back of the thermostat which secure the thermostat to the plate. Simply push your thermostat onto the plate to wall mount it once the plate has been mounted on the wall itself. To remove the thermostat from the wall mount, simply pull it away from the plate. On first use, you are able to set a 4-digit PIN code for the locking and unlocking of your thermostat. To do this, simply turn the dial to the standby position, and then press and hold the far left and far right button together until the screen shows a 0 and 3 dashes. You can now set a 4-digit code which will be used to lock and unlock your thermostat. Use the plus and minus buttons to alter the 0 for the first number you want in the 4-digit code. Once this number is set, press OK. You can now set the second digit in the sequence using the plus and minus buttons again. Press OK again, and you can now set the third digit in the sequence, again using the plus and minus buttons. Press OK again, and you can set the fourth and final digit in the sequence, again using the plus and minus buttons. Press and release OK, and the thermostat is now locked. The code to lock and unlock the thermostat will be the 4 digits you entered during the initial setup we just went through. The default lock code is 0000 if none of these digits are altered. Your thermostat is now locked. To unlock, simply repeat these steps. Press and hold the far left and far right buttons until it shows 0 and 3 dashes. Use the plus button or minus button and take the first digit up to the first digit in your sequence. Press OK and change the second digit to the second digit in the sequence, and repeat these steps for all 4 numbers. Now press and release OK, and the thermostat is unlocked once again. Now let's take a look at how to set and alter the custom program on your thermostat. Firstly, turn the dial to the program position on your thermostat, which is on the far right-hand side. For the first few steps, you will only need to focus on the second and third button. The second button is the moon button, and the third button is the sun. Press the moon button repeatedly until you reach your desired start time, shown by the number in the center of the screen. In this example, we will start the program at 6:30 a.m., which will show as 06:30. Now, press the sun button repeatedly until you reach the desired end time. In this example, we will end the program at 10 p.m., which will show as 22:00. Finally, press the moon button again and bring the number in the center to 23:30 to complete the day's program. We now need to focus on the fourth button, which is the OK button. This copies the program to every day of the week. To copy the program to the next day, press and hold the OK button and do not release until the arrow at the top of the screen has moved to number 2. Once the arrow has moved, release the button, and the program has now copied to day 2. Repeat this step for every day of the week until the arrow is at 7. Once at 7, press and release OK, and the arrow will move back to number 1. The program is now set, and you can turn the dial back to auto for the heater to follow your newly set program. Thank you for watching our thermostat video guide. For any other information, please visit our website at www.fischerfutureheat.com. The future is